Let's take a look at formulating competencies. Competency models are pervasive in private and public sector organizations around the world. They cover a range of talent management practices, but the ways competency models are formulated vary considerably. The act of formulating competencies is a key part of talent management and should be supportive of the strategic intentions of the organization. There are a myriad of definitions for competencies. Two main traditions, the McClelland approach and the Schippman approach, are somewhat at odds with each other, but in practice start to fuse together. McClelland sees a competency as any attribute, for example, knowledge, skill, motivation, that differentiates outstanding from average performance. The Schippman approach rises out of a frustration that many organizations find it difficult to substantiate who is an outstanding performer. A traditional alternative in talent management to building competency modeling has been job analysis. This is a more focused process on the content and requirements of a role. If you see a competency as knowledge, skills, and abilities or other characteristics that make for effective performance, then there has to be some level of analysis of the role in order to define effective. Many competency models are developed in human resource departments with little relationship to the actual business. However, modern practice has more and more competency models embedded in strategic business decisions. There are three fundamental approaches that are well established for formulating competencies using any definition: primary research, expert panels, and use of generic models or dictionaries. There are also not mutually exclusive, but will depend on specific intervention you'll want to create while remembering that the outcome of formulating competencies has to be more than merely a model. Putting competencies at the heart of strategic decisions enables the talent manager to have a more profound business impact and competencies to endure in an organization. Credible talent management professionals shape the guiding principles and practices employed by organizations to attract, select, integrate, develop, engage, and deploy talent. They align those principles and practices with the organization's strategy so that the needs of the business are met now and into the future. Competencies are useful in embedding all of these talent management practices. They provide us with a clear and consistent vocabulary to use in our initiatives and in messages to inform and engage key stakeholders. We'll define a competency as a behavior or skill that can be observed, measured, and learned, and that contributes to the success on the job. Examples include business insight, customer focus, and interpersonal savvy. Competencies enable us to make meaningful contributions that support the organization. And because competencies describe and shape our behavior, they to a large extent determine how we do our jobs and how we accomplish our goals. In spite of the evidence that competencies play an important role in driving organizational performance, some criticize their lack of specificity, focus on past performance, and resulting lack of diversity in employee population. Competency do provide us with a language that's useful for describing performance. They serve as a launching pad for effective coaching conversations and provide a basis for focus development activity. Competency models are developed to define the unique combination of competencies that predicts success for a particular context. They may apply to an organizational context, a certain business function, or even to a specific individual. Employees who consistently deliver desired performance not only know what to do, but how to do it. They're competent, but they also are motivated. They willingly choose behaviors that result in desired achievement. Performance problems resulting from a lack of knowledge and skills occur when an employee encounters something new, a new job, a new process, or a new technology. Dealing with just about anything new requires new knowledge and skill. Any job will be developmental for the right person at the right time, and making and executing sensible deployment decisions is at the crux of talent development. Competence implies good performance, solid performance, and expected performance. Expertise goes beyond good performance and yields unexpected and highly valuable results. Expertise indicates a level of competence that's rare, a level of competence that's critical to driving innovation. When desired results include breakthrough innovation, it becomes more important to develop expertise. To innovate is to create and implement something new and different. Innovation is a fresh approach to solving a problem and application of the solution. Innovation is both thinking and doing. Organizations will be well served by talent management professionals who utilize competency models to provide focus for selection and development. Some of today's business leaders believe that competencies have little to no business relevance, are complicated and complex to implement and maintain. Leaders at top performing organizations usually agree that developing competencies is essential for achieving today's business goals and sustaining tomorrow's performance. High performing organizations use competencies to identify vital skills and knowledge, to assess candidates and employees' performance against those competencies, to identify gaps between current and desired performance levels. Competencies are the measurable knowledge, skills, and abilities and behaviors that impact the success of employees and their organizations. Some common examples are agility, business acumen, emotional intelligence, and innovation. A competency model is a set of competencies, ideally 7 to 10, arranged by job families and roles, and carefully selected in alignment with expected achievement of business goals and strong employee performance. Competency management is the set of management policies and practices that identify, align, and optimize the skills and competencies required of all job roles to deliver on an organization's business strategy. Competency management provides the foundation for managing strategic talent management practices and can help an organization be assured that they have the right people with the right skills in the right jobs. They serve a critical role in defining the performance expectations for all people, regardless of role or level, and in shaping a work experience perpetually aligned with the organization's changing business strategy. There are 4 competency types: organizational, functional, job, and leadership. Each has a description of standards that contribute towards success along with behavioral or organizational anchors that can be measured and assessed. Organizational competencies, also called core competencies or core value competencies, are identified at the strategic planning process and usually stay fairly static. Common examples are customer focus, integrity, and teamwork. Functional competencies cascade from core competencies and describe specific skills and standards of performance needed by an individual working in a particular industry and are associated with specific work functions or business units. Job competencies, also called occupational competencies, cascade from core and functional competencies and are anchored directly to the specific behaviors, skills, and knowledge required for exceptional performance in a specific job. Leadership competencies describe the factors that lead to success for all supervisors, managers, and leaders, senior staff, executives, and others who occupy management and leadership roles. Decisions about whom to hire, develop, mobilize, promote, and exit from the organization can be influenced by personal bias and made irrespective of diversity of thought. The primary reason for doing workforce planning is economics. If done well, workforce planning increases productivity, reduces labor costs, and ensures the right number of people are in the right roles at the right time with the right skills. Using competencies during recruitment, interviewing, and selection provide a foundation for consistent hiring practices, thus reducing recruiters' and hiring managers' subjective decisions. By leveraging competencies, managers and employees gain a common language that spells out hows, the behaviors, in performance plans. Despite the disregard of many leaders for competency management, it continues as the nucleus of every high-performance talent strategy and culture of excellence. Competencies should be applied strategically and consistently across talent practices and consistently applied in talent decisions and actions. In so doing, leadership embeds competencies in the culture of the organization. A competency-based culture drives achievement of the most critical business needs and enables realization of business results.